Yes. How is everybody doing? Hope you guys are well. Man. Today we're gonna go through something that you guys can benefit from for free. Okay? I'm gonna share a few secrets with you guys, the recipe to success for free on this live stream. I've got the whiteboard out. I'm gonna share a few steps with you guys on how you can make it, how you can absolutely make it, and some of the main things that helped me reach the level that I'm at today. So yeah, make sure you guys listen in, lock in, and take in this valuable piece of information. Okay, let's go. I'm feeling good. I know it's the morning time when you guys are around the UK, so it's good to start off your day with some positivity and hopefully a spark. Hopefully this sparks something in you and allows you to get up and make a detailed plan of how you are going to get to where you want to get to, as opposed to just waking up every day clueless, not knowing what's going on, okay? So, today, we're going to be going through the recipe to success, okay? Success is different to each and every human being, okay? Each and every person has their own version of success. Someone's success might be to be in a good physical shape. Someone's success might be to be at a good spiritual level. Someone's success may be monetary, it might be financial. Someone's success may be mental. Someone might have gone through the worst time of their life and they just want to achieve some mental clarity, okay? So there's different types of success, but over here we're going through financial, because this is what this page is about. This is a finance page. So we are going to be going through how to attain financial success and the habits a person must have, and different things that are holding them back. So how to get there, the objections a person may have, and just generally why people make it and why some people don't. Because there are a lot of people in life who want to become successful, but this baton is only passed to 1% of the world. There's a reason why to be in the top 1%, you have to do something absolutely extraordinary, and sometimes it's not even extraordinary what a person does. Someone may just do. The difference between a person who is poor and a person who is rich is action. The poor person had ideas, he just never took action. The rich person had ideas, but he took action. So I'm going to show you guys here a few steps that I believe will help a person become successful, okay? So, the recipe is, number one, you have to understand that it may be boring. Okay, boring. Success looks boring, guys. Sometimes, well, it doesn't look boring. The process of getting success is boring. Why? Because you have to repeat the same things over and over again. But if you're somebody who understands why you should cherish the journey, then you'll understand that repetition is the mother of all skills. Repeating the characteristics of what it requires to be successful is going to be boring. But what did Bruce Lee say? Bruce Lee said that he fears a man that practices one kick 1,000 times, not a man who practices 1,000 kicks. Okay? So if you practice that one kick 1,000 times, then you'll reach a level where you know how to kick properly, and your kick, people are feared when it comes to your kicking. So in this scenario here, you have to understand that repetition is the mother of all skills. So in order for you to be successful, it is going to be boring. It is going to be boring. You're gonna have to wake up every single day and do the same thing over and over and over again. But you shouldn't let that now stop you from saying, okay, success is boring. No, this is just a pathway to get to success. Once you're at the level where you are successful, it's different. Why? Because you then begin to enjoy success. Does a farmer enjoy taking a look out of his balcony or taking a look out of his home and seeing the beautiful trees that are, where strawberries and bananas are falling off the tree straight away? No. He gets to the stage where he enjoys that process after the hard work, after the labor, after waking up every single day and planting his seeds, watering the plants. Some days rain would come, it would mess up the crops. Some days rain is necessary. Some days there will be no sunshine. Some days there is too much sunshine. So these are the things that the farmer is weighing out. These are the pros and the cons that he's weighing out. And in the process of that hardship, or in the process of him working hard, going out into the farm every single day to plant those seeds, then when he woke up every single day and he was able to go into the farm and take a look at his trees and his crops, and that is when he enjoyed success. Why? Because he made it to the other side where he is now reaping the fruits of his hard labor. His hard labor, those days where you used to wake up every single day and plant those seeds, that is when you will enjoy success, okay? So you have to understand, success is going to be boring. Once you understand that and you are content with that, you can now move on to the next stage. What is the next stage? You've accepted, you say, okay, cool. I understand the process is going to be boring. However, I now understand the next stage is obsession. Okay? Obsession. A person must be obsessed. You must be obsessed with becoming successful. It will not give you this title. It will not give you this, crown of, it won't give you your stripes unless you understand that you have to be obsessed. It only gives it to those who are obsessed. So you have to understand, in order to become successful, you must be obsessed. Obsession must be in your vocabulary, must be in the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you dress, the way you think, who you hang around with, which I'm going to come to later on. Okay? You have to be obsessed. When I started out trading, every single day I would be in the markets. My mum would bring me food upstairs and say, "What's wrong with you? You haven't come down all day. Are you depressed? Are you..." Really and truly, I was very upset. I was in a very low place mentally. But I said to myself, why am I going outside? I don't need to see any friends right now. I need to become successful. I'm down bad. I am down bad. My family's life needs to change. I've got to make this happen. As David Goggins says, who's going to carry the boats and the logs? In my situation, I had to carry the boats and the logs. Okay? So for me, it's like, how can I claim I want to be successful and then go out every single day to a restaurant with my friends or go to play football every single day? Although I love football, okay, I would never say no to football. It was hard for me sometimes to say no to football. But how can I say I want to be successful if I'm saying yes to every single invite? I'm saying yes to every single invite. How? So I realized I had to be obsessed, and I became obsessed. Every single day I would wake up in the morning, I would pray. I would go to a forest. I would either do some jogging or I would do some shadow boxing. After I do some jogging or some shadow boxing, what I would do is I would listen to personal development. I'm going to get to that later on. I would come back home, I would have breakfast, I'll be on the charts, London session, I'll be trading. Okay? If I couldn't find a trade, I would just sit there and watch the charts because I was that obsessed. Okay? So, the second step to the recipe to success is obsession. The third step is resilience. A person must be resilient. Now, people think resilience is just waking up every day and say, yeah, I'm not going to give up. No, resilience is way deeper than that. Resilience is when the calamity befalls you. That is where true resilience is tested. Everyone can claim they are hardworking, everyone can claim they are resilient when it's all daffodils and rainbows, when it's sunny outside. No one can claim they are resilient when it's rainy and the storm is here. Okay? Resilience is what? Resilience is having people in your ear telling you can't do this. Resilience is what? Resilience is the moment you get the thought of, this is kind of long now. Whatever it is I'm doing, like I've opened my own restaurant, I'm not really getting customers, this is kind of long. I've started working out in the gym, I'm 2 months in, I'm not really seeing results. This is getting kind of long. I'm trying to eat in a healthy fashion, I can't really see the results of my abs, this is getting kind of long. I'm trying to study and get the best grades I possibly can for university, I'm not really seeing that right now, this is getting kind of long. Resilience is breaking through those faults. Whenever you get those thoughts, the devil's whispers, whenever you get those thoughts, and whenever you successfully break through them, that is one attribute of resilience. Because you can't just get a passing thought, override it and think, oh yeah, I'm resilient. No. Those thoughts might come to you 5 times, 10 times in a day. Are you strong enough to brush those thoughts and brush it to the side 10 times a day, 5 times a day? Are you? If you are, then that's good. You have unlocked one fraction of resilience. You have unlocked one fraction of resilience. And when that thought comes, when that passing thought comes, you must condition your mind to the point where you say to yourself, as David Goggins would say, he said what? The moment I'm working out and I really feel the pain, I say to myself, I know that's 40%. I'm only 40% there. My brain is telling me to give up. My body knows it can do more, but my brain is telling me to give up. So the moment I get that wiring and I get that signal sent to my brain of, oh, you can't do this anymore, he says, I know my body is only at 40% of what it can bear. So you know there's 60% left in the tank. So whenever you get those passing thoughts, understand, okay, brush it to the side, that's it, I've got to do more. I've got to do more, I've got to do more. You're only 40% there. So you have to understand the other factors as well, because if I'm saying to myself, I'm working out, I'm kind of eating clean, but I'm not seeing results 1 month in, you have to kind of check yourself and give yourself a smack in the face, because you need to understand, in order to be in the top 1% of whatever category you're in, if you're a personal trainer, if you're somebody in the gym, if you like fitness, if you like education, whatever field you're in order to be the 1%, a person must understand that this title is only given to those who are worthy of it. Those who have walked through the battlefield. Those who came out the trenches with arrows in their backs. It's not going to give this to somebody who's dedicated 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. No. You will only be given your stripes once you have earned your respect in whatever field you are in. That is the only time you will be given your stripes. The only time. Okay? So already you're at a downfall. You're at a loss already for thinking that you can step into any industry and not see results. You want microwave results. You want microwave results from an industry that will give you oven-like tasting food. Okay? You want microwave results from an industry that will give you oven-like tasting results. If I put a piece of lamb and I season it and I put it in the microwave and I try to cook it in 1 minute, compared to if I season a lamb, put it in the oven, slow cook it for 7 hours, what's going to taste nicer? The slow cooked lamb in the oven for 7 hours, right? So the process is longer, but the sweetness is much better. So that is how a person must be resilient. Okay? You must brush past any wavering thoughts, any passing by thoughts. You must understand that you're not even 40% there. Okay? You must understand that your body can bear a lot more. Okay? And you must realize that in order to be in the top 1% of whatever category you are in, it requires more and it won't be instant. There is no such thing as instant gratification when it comes to reaching the top 1% of most successful people in the world. Okay? I was age 23. And I was in a tax bracket for people 30 years old. Okay? I was way past my age group in terms of tax bracket. So that's how you want to be. Don't be like me, but be beyond your years in terms of the level you are at right now. Okay? Perfect. So, those are that's the recipe to success. Okay? The recipe to success. The next topic is why people don't make it. Why? So many people making TikTok videos, Instagram videos, shorts, everybody's preaching success. Andy Tate's here, Iman Gaji's over there, this guy's talking about this, that guy's talking about that, he's got this supercar, he's got this mansion, he's got this many watches. Why is everybody not successful? Why? Okay? So, next topic is why people don't make it. Okay? Why people don't make it? The first reason as to why people don't make it is lack of self-belief. Okay? No self-belief. So a person can say to themselves all day long, yeah, just believe in yourself, you'll be alright, everything will be fine if you just believe in yourself. But really and truly, that's not true. That is not true, okay? You need way more than just self-belief, because, like I say all the time, motivation without action is delusional. Motivation is the same way you're getting those passing by negative thoughts, is the same way motivation appears in your day. It's the same fashion. Motivation will come by in your head for an hour, you wake up, go to the gym, come back home, then you have a happy meal, okay? Then you might have a burger after working out in the gym. That is a prime example of motivation and the impact that motivation will have in your life as opposed to discipline. So the first reason why people don't make it is a lack of self-belief. They just don't believe they are that guy. They don't believe they are that woman. They don't believe they are this person. They just don't believe themselves. They say, yeah, you can do it. I don't think I can do it. Why? Why? We were all born. We all came out of our mother's wombs not knowing anything. Why do you feel like I deserve success? Or why do you feel like I'm able to attain success and you are not? Why? We are the same. We came out of our mother's wombs not knowing anything. That's number one. Number two, why don't you just believe in yourself? They say what? Self-doubt kills more dreams than failure ever does. So why are you feeding into that narrative when you know there is no difference between me and you? The only difference between me and someone who's not successful, I just decided to take action and I was stubborn. I was stubborn. I said to myself, I'm not stopping until I achieve X, Y, and Z. Because I didn't want to be average. I don't like settling for average. Anything I do, I make sure I do it properly. Otherwise, I won't touch it. Okay? So number one is what? A lack of self-belief. You need to start believing in yourself, man. You have to be your biggest hype man. You have to be your biggest supporter. People will not support you. When I was starting in my training journey, my own family didn't believe in me, guys. They didn't believe. My family loved me, but they didn't believe in me. Sometimes they'll make certain comments like, oh, what? This stuff don't work, man. Just get up, you're going to be a failure, go back to uni. I would hear those comments. I could have easily given up. I could have easily given up and said, you know what, they're right. Or you know what, that kind of hurt me. But I didn't. I chose to stay resilient. I chose to stay resilient. Okay? And I lost relationships. I lost relationships. I lost relationships with my friends. I lost relationships with some family members. I was broke. I never had money. I used to go to Universal Credit and take a paycheck from the government because I was down bad and I was mopping floors and cleaning toilets for £5 an hour. And I would get that money to deposit it into my life saving account, and I would lose an account, I would blow an account, and I would blow an account, and I would blow an account. I learned the wrong information. I sacrificed 1 year of my life to learn the wrong information. I didn't stop. I didn't stop. I persevered. I broke through those barriers. I personally developed myself every single day. I acted as though I was in another environment when in reality I was in the same household. The same household that pushed negativity towards entrepreneurship. But they pushed positivity towards academia. And now that I'm in this position right now, I understand. Why? Our parents, they just want the best for us. And their model of success is outdated. Their model of success is outdated. They know no better. They think anybody who doesn't take an academic approach to life is going to be doomed. So I decided to show them otherwise. So you have to believe in yourself. The same way I was my biggest supporter. The second reason why people don't make it is environmental conditioning. Environmental conditioning. Some say moving away makes a way. And I'm a firm believer of that. I'm a firm believer of that. Moving away sometimes makes a way, correct? But what if a person doesn't have the finances to move away? What if you're broke? What if you just don't have money to go somewhere else? To move out of your family's house or to be in an environment where it's positive? What if you don't have the money to go and pay for your own place or go to another country and focus? And what if you don't have the funds? Does moving away mean that it has to be in the physical form? No. Moving away can mean up here. Your body is there, but your mind is not. Do you see? Your body has clocked in. Your body is clocking into work, but your mind isn't. Your body is clocking in to your home, but your mind isn't. Moving away mentally will make a way financially. Okay? Moving away mentally will make a way financially. I used to be somebody who I used to move away. I used to go to the forest. I used to catch coaches, National Express coaches. I used to take £20, go to a place called Weymouth, I think it's called. I used to stay there on the beach, 4 a.m., headphones in, and I used to listen and listen and listen and listen and listen to personal development that would help me become a better man, help me become a better person, help me begin my path to finally seeing success in entrepreneurship. Okay? So moving away does make a way if you're moving away mentally. And sometimes, if you move to another country, you can also make a way because different countries have different vibes. Right now I'm in Dubai at the moment. I'm in Dubai. It's amazing, okay? As you can see, I'm in a beautiful, beautiful penthouse. And I feel good. It makes me feel good. The sun's shining every single day. It radiates positivity into my life. And in that regard, moving away does make a way sometimes, okay? But if you don't have the funds for it, you can move away mentally. So the reason why people don't make it, the second reason is environmental conditioning. They have been brought up maybe in an area where it's a council estate, where all they've witnessed in their life is, them going to the shop to top up £20 on the electricity card, an electricity meter card. And if you're from the UK, you'll know what I'm talking about. We have these like fobs where you go to the corner shop, you top up money for electricity. Or back in the days, we used to have a gas card. You top up money so you can get some gas, some heating in your house. All we're used to is seeing these things. All we're used to is maybe if you were really down bad, seeing your mother collect food vouchers. That's the position that I was in when we first came to the country. When we first came to the country as refugees, collecting food vouchers. Maybe you're in a situation where you come from a single parent household and you had to watch your mother suffer, or you had to watch your father suffer. So environmental conditioning plays a huge part when it comes to a person being successful or not. But what's the other extreme, guys? What is the other extreme? The other extreme is what? A person now using that as an excuse, saying, oh, I'm not in this position because I wasn't fortunate enough to be born into a rich family, or my lineage doesn't have money, or if I didn't grow up in this council estate, I would have made it like this guy, or if my dad took me to football training, I would have been like Jack, who's playing for West Ham. No, that is the opposite extreme. And this is the same habit, the same characteristics that a hater has. Have you ever paid attention to a hater? And they always find the smallest things to nitpick about you, and they find the pettiest of rebuttals to whatever a person may say. The same characteristic that a hater has is the same characteristic that these people have. The people that try and use their environments to blame and say, oh, I couldn't make it out because of this. My friends were drug dealers. My friends have died. My friends are in jail. Okay, the Yarimi you guys see here today is not the same Yarimi as before. I was never a gangster or anything, no, but my friends were. And if I could hang out with those same friends, I would, but I can't. They're in jail. They are either dead, and the ones that are out, they've changed their life, okay? They've changed their life. And I'm talking about friends from like school, my friends from college, those like, way back friends, okay? Back in the days, I used to dibble and dabble in a few other stuff. I used to be a musician, I used to be a rapper, back in the days. So I would be in the studio with gang members, okay? I would see close ones, loved ones of mine, take the path of going to jail, getting stabbed, coming out, doing drive-bys, shootings, this, that, and the other. Why didn't I say to myself, oh yeah, this is just my environment? Why? When I was witnessing it firsthand. I was in a car with some of my Albanian friends back in the days, and I'm sitting in the car and there's some crazy stuff in the car. If I had got, pulled over in that specific moment, I could be doing at least 4 years in jail, minimum. Why didn't I say to myself back then, oh, this is just my environment, I don't want to break out of this, or this is just my destiny? No. You can change. You can change. I was never that guy, I was just around people that were that guy, okay? I always knew in my head I knew this is not for me. I'm going to make it out one day. I'm going to make it out one day, and I'm going to receive a ridiculous amount. I'm going to make a ridiculous amount. Guys, look, between me and you, I always like to keep this transparent relationship between us. It is the 12th of November. My course has been closed for God knows how long. We are 12 days into the month, and I've already made 70 grand. If you want, I swear to God, if you want, I'll post a screenshot on my story after this. I've already made 70 grand and we're 12 days into the month. 12 days in. You see, I knew when I was in that environment, I'm not going to be there for long. This is not me. This is just my temporary transit stop. So, the other reason that people don't become successful is because of environmental conditioning. They feel like because I'm here, this is my book. They don't realize this is just a chapter. They believe this is the entire book. No, your story doesn't end here. You can change how your story ends, okay? The next reason why people don't make it is opinions. Opinions from who? Opinions from others. Opinions from user 123678 on TikTok with no display picture, no profile picture. Opinions from friends who have never started a business in their life. Opinions from family members who believe being a doctor is just going to be the way out for everything. That's the solution for everything. You're stressed, yeah, be a doctor. You want money, yeah, go be a doctor. You want everything, the solution is go be a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer. Okay? Another reason is what? Opinions from who? Opinions from, you take opinions from people who are not in the same financial position that you want to be in. Remember, the topic of this live stream here is finances. So I'm not going to say don't take opinions from someone who's giving you good life advice. I'm not going to say don't take opinions from someone who's giving you good health advice. No, absolutely take their opinion. We're here to talk about finances. You want to achieve financial success? Do not take opinions from people who are not in the same position that you want to be in. I mentioned in the video yesterday, the people at the bottom are competing and the people at the top are collaborating. The people at the bottom are competing whilst the people at the top are collaborating. So if you're speaking to crabs in a bucket, everyone's intention is the same. Psychologically, okay, subconsciously, the person you're asking advice from is thinking in the back of their head, me and this guy, we grew up in the same area, we eat the same food, we have pretty much the same routine, we watch the same videos, we have the same probably FYP page on TikTok. How the hell is he thinking like this and I'm not thinking like this? How the hell has he got plans and aspirations to become successful and I'm here stuck in the same postcode? So the advice he gives you may not be from a fully sincere place. He might have love for you, it might be from a 40% sincere point of view. But really and truly, he's thinking, we are from the same environment. Yeah, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's talking about. So let me try and, let me airdrop my mindset onto him. So because you try to take opinions from someone who's not qualified, you now are suffering the same problem. And what is that problem? Self-belief. It goes back to the same point I mentioned earlier. This person you're seeking advice from doesn't even believe in themselves. And you want someone who doesn't believe in themselves to help you with your belief. It doesn't make sense. Okay? It does not make sense. The next reason why people don't make it is what? Fear. I'm going to wrap up here. Okay? Fear. Now what is fear? Fear is false evidence appearing real. How many times have you seen a golden opportunity passing? The opportunity passes simply because you were fearful. Okay? For example, crypto. Someone says, oh, Bitcoin is at the bottom, buy Bitcoin now and this and this. You're like, no, it's not at the bottom, it's not at the bottom, trust me, it's not. You're saying trust me, it's not based off of it, number one. Number two, you're saying trust me, it's not based off a psychological reason that you just don't want to lose money. So what happens is, Bitcoin ends up being at the bottom, hypothetically speaking, okay? And you failed to get in. You didn't invest anything, skyrockets, everybody's become successful and you're still stuck there because of fear, okay? Because of fear. False evidence appearing real. Another example of this is something that I face every single day in my day-to-day life. People say, oh yeah, trading, oh yeah, you're not a trader, you're just a course seller. My course is big goals, I'm printing money, as you guys have seen on my YouTube, okay? People say, oh yes, Forex is a scam, this or that. False evidence appearing real. They're trying to use any little thing to justify why they are just a lazy person. Why they are just a lazy person. I had negative funds in my bank account, and one of my friends at the time was a very successful trader who I was living with. I see this guy make like 40k a month, sometimes 100k a month. at age 17 in front of my eyes. He will bring bank statements home. I see him come home with cash. I say to him, where's this cash going? What's this for? He said, oh, it's my brother's birthday. I'm just here to give him this cash as a present. I saw that. I said, okay, I believe this. Because I saw it. I believe it. But I wasn't in a position where I used to say, okay, yeah, this doesn't look real. I was never like that. Why? It's just my mindset. If I see something, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna take a risk. So I go through this every single day where people, like I said, anonymous users leave comments saying, oh yeah, this guy is this and he just sells a course and he does that and this. And bro, like, go on my withdrawal proof or my personal profits proof on this page. You'll see, I'm no stranger. I'm no stranger to making profits. Personal accounts, 40, 50 lots on a personal account. The day you can do that, show me, okay? So that's something that I see every single day, okay? People brushing opportunities because they're fearful, because they see a comment and it stares them the other way, or someone might have an opinion of a certain industry and it doesn't allow them to enter that industry because they believe it's too hard. I'll be honest though, for me, I'll be completely honest. There was one thing that I struggled with in the beginning when it came to trading. And the thing I struggled with is thinking that you have to be smart. Thinking that you have to be so good at maths and you have to be a mathematician for you to figure out how to trade. And it kind of, bear in mind, I came across trading in 2016. I came across trading in 2016. The reason why I never took it on board is because at that moment, before I had this like entrepreneurial mindset, I always had an entrepreneurial mindset, but I was never I never used to believe in myself to the absolute limit when it came to exploring new opportunities. Okay? I used to believe in myself when it comes to anything else that I know I'm good at, but when it comes to something that's foreign to me, I never used to believe in myself. So I came across trading in 2016. And the main reason why I didn't take action is because I was scared. I used to think I'm not good enough. I used to think I'm not smart enough. I used to think, okay, in school my favorite subjects are science and English. Maths wasn't my strongest point. I need to be a mathematician to learn trading. There's so many numbers on the screen. These charts look confusing. I said to my friend, this looks like the Matrix. Why are there so many different numbers on the screen, and what does this line mean, and why does this look like a candle, and what are these boxes? I was absolutely confused. I was confused, okay? Until, my time came in 2020 and I started learning how to trade. Literally in one sitting, I was able to understand what is on the chart. Not how to trade, just what is on the chart, what these numbers mean, what these tools do. Why does this say Euro, USD, what does that mean, okay? And why does the chart look like this? What do these things represent? In one sitting, I was able to understand this. And automatically, the fear was removed and I began to fall in love with the process. So, how can we change that? How can we change you finding success boring, you not being obsessed, you not being resilient, you not having self-belief, you not embracing your environmental conditioning and changing that environmental conditioning? How can we change you valuing opinions of people that aren't qualified? How can we change you being fearful? How? Number one, okay. I should do a TED talk, right, guys? I know you're thinking I should do a TED talk. Don't worry, one day. Okay, how can we change that? How to change. Number one, development. Personal development. You have to personally develop. You cannot be in a position where you say to yourself, I am content with the man I am. I am content with the woman that I am. I am content with this human being that I am. I believe I'm a complete human being, so I can step into any industry and become successful. You can't. You can't think like that. Why? There are guys that are billionaires. Guys that are trillionaires. Guys that are multi-millionaires. Do you think they achieve those titles by being content with who they are? No. They're always willing to learn. There are two types of people who will never ever learn. Number one is the shy. And number 2 is the arrogant. If you're shy, you will never learn. If you're arrogant, you will never learn. Why? Because you think you know it all. You think you don't need to learn more. Knowledge is vast. It's never ending. It's like the ocean. Okay? It's never ending. So, a person must personally develop. The moment you personally develop the same way you brush your teeth, that's when you'll be successful. What do I mean by that? Whenever you wake up in the morning, do you have to remind yourself, oh damn, I've got to brush my teeth now? No. Why? Because that's number 1, unhygienic, and number 2, you've conditioned your body, you've conditioned your mind. It's part of your routine to wake up, not even know what you're doing, but you know you're walking to the toilet. You know you're heading towards the bathroom, you know where your toothbrush is, your toothpaste, you just know the routine. It's almost like your mind doesn't think of it, your arms are just moving to pick up the toothpaste or toothbrush. So the moment you include personal development in your routine, as easy as brushing your teeth is, that's when you'll see success, and that is when you'll see results. Okay? We wake up, we brush our teeth, we try and eat food. We want to eat food, we want to have a good meal, we want to nourish our body. What about the nutrition? What about the nourishment of the mind? Because look, if you eat certain foods, if you have a certain amount of sugar, you get a sugar rush, and afterwards you become lazy, right? Right? So the nutrition of the mind is similar to this. If you eat a normal meal, you're gonna, have that sugar rush, and then the sugar levels die down, and then you're lazy for the rest of the day. Whereas if you nourish your mind with personal development, the same way I spoke about environmental conditioning and how moving away mentally will make a way financially, this exact point is what I meant. When I was going through my ghosting period and I came off of social media for over 6 months and nobody heard from me, I came out with an afro and a scruffy beard. I literally left social media with a goatee and came back with a beard. When I was going through that process, what did I do? What did I do when I was going through that process? I was nourishing my mind by listening to personal development that will move me away mentally. Even though I'm in this household of, academia, preachers and advocates, and my siblings went to uni, so I'm the kind of guy that's like, I'm next up type of thing, Your parents have high expectations of you to go to university and get a degree and become a lawyer, engineer, or doctor. I did law for my A-levels. Okay, in college I did law. So, my parents had those aspirations for me. So in a household like that, I had to move myself away mentally and nourish my mind by listening to personal development. Because I never had the money to purchase a ticket to go to another country, the personal development in my headphones every day took me to another country mentally. I was in the Bahamas somewhere in my mind, okay? But realistically, I'm in the ends. I'm in the block. Okay? How to change? Personal development number 1. Can't be content with who you are right now. You can't be content with who you are right now. If you're content with who you are right now, you're never going to see the other side. If you're not content with who you are right now, the person you are right now will thank you later on down the line. Number 2, you have to change. Change what? You must change your environment. A person who wants to be successful must change their environment. Change your bad friends, guys. Change your bad friends. You are going to be upon whatever your friend is upon. Change your bad friends. Let me tell you something, and I'll save you a lot of time in your life right now. If you have had a certain friend around you that has made a sly remark or has made a sly comment that kind of hurt you, but you never told them that it hurt you, remove that friend from your life. Remove that friend from your life. Why? Because there is an element of truth to every joke. If you're taking the path to entrepreneurship, you're waking up every day and you're grinding and you're grinding and you're grinding and you're trying to see success, you're trying to break the barriers down, you're trying to break down the walls of poverty, you're trying to be the person in your family that makes it out and changes the financial dynamic. And they see this every single day. You go to see your friends after a long day of trading or a long day of backtesting. You go and see them and they say, oh, you're still doing that little trading thing. Oh, you're saying, are you funded now? When are you going to get a withdrawal though? Oh, this stuff don't work, man. When you make it, let me know. When you make it, shout me. That's when I'll jump on. Yeah, how's that little trading thing going for you, man? Those are the comments that I was getting. But now that little trading thing is not so little anymore. It's quite large, I'll be honest. You see? Remove these friends. Trust me, I'm saving you time here. Remove those friends. The same friends that were looking down on me, quote unquote friends, are the same people right now that have come into my life and they're asking me for investment for their business, or they're asking me for business advice, or they're asking me for marketing advice. Same people. Absolute same people. Just yesterday, I can play you the voice note right now, but I'm not going to do it. I got a voice note. Furthermore, let me do it. Hold on, let me do it. Okay? I got a message from my old manager at work. I'm not going to play you the whole thing, I'll play you a bit of it. I got a message from my old manager at work, and let me just give you some context, okay? So, I left this job. It's when I used to sell pots and pans. I had a lot of jobs, by the way, guys, yeah? There's no specific order. I've done so much. I used to sell kitchenware, pots and pans. And I would be outside every single day giving out leaflets to promote the company in the rain, in the dark, winter. I used to be outside every single day, Waltham Cross in Enfield. I used to give out these leaflets every single day. And I ended up leaving the job. And then from there, I took the entrepreneurial approach, okay? I took the entrepreneurial approach and I wanted to start business. So I used to ask, I was looking for some, and this person was successful, yeah? So I used to ask people if they knew anybody successful that was willing to invest in a venture that I had planned. Bear in mind, there's another guy as well. I was looking for like a 6-figure investment to start up something crazy. And the person said to me, look man, in the first year, a lot of businesses fail. You're not gonna make 100K in your first year. Long story short, came back to him and said, yo, by the way, I've done 100K in literally a month. That's another guy. But this person here is another person who I was actually reaching out to him. I was reaching out to him so much. I think I sent him like 4 messages because he was very cool. But then I realized that it was only cool because he was the manager and I was the worker, and I used to work in that job. So I used to reach out to him a lot and he started ignoring my WhatsApp. He just stopped replying to me, like not even normal ticks, I would get blue ticks. So I said, okay, I don't want to bother this person now. Let me just, it's crazy that they're ignoring me now, but let me just let them be. Let me just let them live. Let me lead them to whatever they're doing. Bear in mind, it's now what, 3 years later, okay? It's 3 years later, and I was trying to get this person to invest in what I was doing, and I was trying to make them a crazy amount of percentage in return, but they just never heard me out. They didn't even want to hear me out. Like, they ignored me. I said, hey, can we meet sometime? I want to speak to you about this thing that I've got going on. I'm trying to become an entrepreneur. They would just ignore me with blue ticks. Hear this.
How's it going, my bro? Long time, hope your family's well. Crazy, how's it going, my bro? Long time, hope your family's well. Crazy, I just seen a video pop up of you on my YouTube channel, where you're talking about teaching people how to trade and stuff like that. I've been wanting to learn how to trade for ages, my bro.
Bear in mind, he thinks I was speaking to him about ACN, some pyramid scheme, yeah? I've never been part of ACN in my entire life. I've never been part of ACN in my entire life, yeah, but hear this. And he's never even tried to hear what it is that I wanted him to invest in, but hear this.
So to see you doing it is actually quite sick. I'm surprised though, because you haven't invited me to come and learn. You did invite me to, ACN? And I'm sure you said I treated you good when you came to work with me, so I'm surprised you haven't honored, bro. What's happening, man? I thought you'd have returned the favor. But no, I'm just joking, man. But yeah, give me a shout if you can, bro. I really do want to learn how to trade. I'm not sure what the process is, but give me a shout when you've got a minute. I know you're a busy man, but yeah, bro, appreciate it. Speak soon.
I'm not going to show the name, but you can see here. Okay? Yo, bro, tried to call you. Not sure if there's something wrong between us. But if I don't hear from you, I'll just buy the course and get on with it. This is my old manager at work. You didn't even want, like, this. I don't care about this anymore, right? Okay, I don't really care. Like, thank God I've got stuff going on for me, but you didn't even want to hear me out when I was on my come up. You didn't even give me 5 seconds of your time to just listen to what I had, listen to the dreams that I had. All I needed was an investment, a financial backing to offer a percentage. You didn't want to give me that time. You see, you didn't want to give me that time. So you have to understand that people in your environment are going to look down on you. But when you're on the other side, it's completely different. I tell you that for free. You just witnessed a fraction of the amount of messages I get. By the way, messages like that, I've got like 1,000 of them. Teachers from school, this, you name it, okay? You name it. So when you are on your come up, people are going to look down on you. People are going to ignore you. People will not give you the time of day. People will look at you like the little broke kid who is very unrealistic. People will look at you like a crazy guy who has plans. He thinks he's going to be the next Elon Musk or whatever. Yeah, man, let me just ignore this guy. But then when you make it to the other side, they are the first people to message you and say, what's going on, bro, man? What happened? What do you mean, what happened? You ignored me, that's what happened. And now I'm up here, okay? No hate though, it's all love. It's all love. I'll still teach these people and it's no problem. Okay, so how to change personal development. Number 2, change your environment. Number 3 is take advice from qualified people. Take advice from qualified people. You can't take advice from somebody who is a negative individual, someone who hasn't achieved anything in the business world. Remember, we're speaking about finances, so I'm not going to say don't take advice from your parents. No, if your parents are are entrepreneurs and they're in business, absolutely take all the advice you can from them. Okay? If they're successful. If they're not successful, don't take advice from them. Okay? Because look, our parents are usually involved in traditional businesses. If they don't understand anything in the online space, it will be very hard to get through to them. Don't even try and explain it, just show them results. Results is what's going to make them think, okay, it will give them peace of mind. My son, my daughter knows what they're doing now. They didn't just blab on, they've actually shown me results. And I believe them now, I'm able to be content, and now I can move on and live peacefully with my life, knowing that they can hold their own. Okay? So take advice from people whose position you want to be in. Next way you can make a change to your life is by taking a risk. You must be a risk taker. You have to be a risk taker. You cannot reach the other side without taking some sort of risk. If you want to open a car wash, the initial investment, that's a risk. If you want to open a restaurant, the initial investment, that's a risk. When you open the restaurant, being there and paying the wages to the staff, the chef, the waiter, the waitress, the receptionist, that is a risk, because you do not know if you are going to get customers today, if people are going to eat at your restaurant today. You don't know if enough people are going to eat at your restaurant, and you don't even know if you're going to be at a break even, a loss, or a profit for the month. You must be a risk taker. You have to be. No successful person has ever become successful without taking a risk. Not a single person. Name me one person who's become successful without taking a risk. Nobody. You can't. Impossible. It doesn't exist. So in order to become successful, you must get comfortable with risk taking. This year alone, I've lost 70k in an investment. One investment. That's one. Just one. I've lost 70k in an investment just this year alone. Okay? I'm not crying about it. Why? Because I know how to make money. I know. I understand. For me to... What's the famous quote? People that make 100K lose thousands to reach 100K. People that reach multi-millions lose hundreds of thousands to reach multi-millions. People that become billionaires, they lose multi-millions to become billionaires. So you have to understand this and you have to get comfortable with this. You must get comfortable with this and understand, in order for you to achieve this level right here, you have to encounter losses on your way up. You must encounter losses on your way up. So how can we help? How can we help? Don't buy my course if you're not going to take it serious. Don't. Because then you're not going to achieve any of this. You're not going to be able to personally develop. You're not going to change your environment. You're not going to take advice from qualified people, and you're not going to take a risk. You're not going to do it. Okay? So don't. The course opens today, 8 p.m. UK time. Set your alarms right now. The first hour will be £399, one-time fee. The next hour will be £499, one-time fee. After that, the price is going up to £995. Too much value, and with the kind of peers that I have in this industry, people are charging 2.5K. I'll never go to that price, but hey, this is the middle ground for me. Point being is, I only want people that are actually genuinely interested in changing their life. It won't be financially right now. You're not going to get rich quick. Let's make that very clear. There's no way. Can you get rich sooner, or can you acquire a certain amount of money sooner than other endeavors? Absolutely yes, 100%. Okay, if a person takes it seriously and they come with the correct characteristics a person needs to become a successful trader. It won't happen overnight. I'll tell you this for free. Okay, and my course is not going to change that for you. However, there are people who have changed their life, like Ali, who bought a G-Wagon Brabus at age 19 years old and is now invested into 5 different properties. An Airbnb model. Okay, like Cavs, Ivar, his name is. He's made 54K, as you can see in the video. He made 54K in the space of what, 3 months. And before coming to Yarimi University, you can see the testimonial, what he said. Okay, we have a single mother who made 18K in the space of what, 3 months. We have Asim, who came last year and he left his corporate job because he made 96K in 3 months. He had experience before. So you're not gonna come in here and make it in 3 months, no. There are certain individuals. Can I publicly say these things to promote the course and say, hey guys, if you wanna make this amount in 3 months, just like this person did, come and sign up? No, I can't. I can't say that. I can't say that because it's not true. It's not true. But it's true for those people. Now for those people, they put in overtime. They did something crazy. It's not normal. It's not normal in this industry to do that in that window of time. But it is normal to do that in that window of time after a year and a half, after a year, after 2 years. It's absolutely normal. That's what becomes normal. But maybe it's just because of the way that I've put together this course and compressed timeframes, and the course won't take a person long to finish. It gets to the point. You have pre-recorded videos so you can watch it in your own time. You have access to a 24-hour Discord support chat. You have access to trading camp, which is something I'm going to be doing possibly every 3 months, where I come on the call 1 week intensive, and there is other traders that come on board. That's not part of the course, but these are the things that we do. Live events, spontaneous live events for free of charge. Free of charge. You can see me in person. Like whenever I'm in London, I'm looking through the next one, end of the year. End of the year. You can come and see me in person, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. A trading workshop in a big event for free. Just because you paid this one-time fee of $499. Just because you did that, or $399 if you come in the first hour today. Multiple different things. We have Sunday market breakdown, live Zoom calls every single week for free. It's included. So these are the things that we are offering. We have over 40 hours of recorded Zoom calls. Value for you to go and watch. Over 40 hours. Okay? We've never missed a single call in a week. Never missed a single one. So these are the things that I'm providing you. So how can you beat all of these things? How can you achieve the recipes of success? Okay? How can you combat the lack of self-belief and believe in yourself? How can you combat environmental conditioning and change your environment? How can you combat others' opinions and learn to take your own opinion? How can you combat fear and actually be hopeful? How? You must take a risk. You must take a risk. You must take a risk. And for those who are willing to take a risk and are willing to take the step to finally start something that could potentially change their life, if they take it seriously, I'm gonna see you guys at 8 p.m. today, UK time. www.yarimiuniversity.com. After 8 p.m, the price goes up to $499. Be the smart person and get in for $399. I will see you guys who want to make a change on the other side. I've been your boy Yarimi. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm going to save this live now so you guys can watch it later. Take care.